Oh, I've just realised I haven't shown off the sleeping mechanic. What happens is you go to sleep and you get your health back, but yeah, every so often you have dreams and they tell you some weird, trippy story that doesn't really make any sense, and I'm skipping through it. I like the cogs. It reminds me of seeing all those cogs. It reminds me of the bit in Watchmen when he's like, "It's 1962. I'm on Mars. It's 1980, 58. But the watch pieces are falling. It's 1950 malarkey. Now I'm with my dad at the jungle gym." I don't know. That's what that reminded me of. I'm sure someone knows what I'm talking about, and they're like, "Oh, nerd cred, Kieran, you made a Watchmen joke." By the way, any Watchmen fans out there, check out the... I don't like the live-action Watchmen movie that much, but I do love the Watchmen motion comic, which is like a 5-hour long adaptation of the comic. I call it an adaptation. It's basically... they didn't cut anything out or add anything. It's the exact same thing, but with a bunch of dudes. Well, I say a bunch of dudes. It's got one dude doing all the voices. Just watch the Watchmen motion comic. It's actually my favourite version of Watchmen just because it's so cool. And they didn't cut anything or change the ending or any nonsense. Oh, I found so many things and I haven't talked about them. Machete! Yes, I've got Trevor a machete, so now he can stab things, which is lovely. Let's have a look at that. Stabby, there we go. And I found a double, which is a lovely poncy sounding thing you can run around in. It gives you slightly more protection. It's actually worse than the peasant's tunic though, practically, because it gives the same amount of protection but it weighs twice as much. Oh well, can't be picky. I presume it's double and not doublet. It's got to have some pretentious French sounding name, I'm sure. French, I do not miss doing French. They made me do French for GCSE, and I'm like, why? The pain. Yeah, French is not my favourite language. I think German is a hell of a lot more logical and efficient as a language, but it does have that stupid freaking thing. How did we get talking about European languages as a conversation topic? It's because of you and your double, Trevor. What is this? Daggers. Daggers. I don't need a bunch of daggers. But yeah, German has that stupid thing where every noun in German has to begin with a capital letter, which is just nonsense. And they have that thing in German as well, where they can't just say it's the rock, the castle, the thingamajig. No, it's die, der, das, dem, der. They have about 50 different words for the. In English, we just say the this, the that, but in German, it's die, der, die, das, die, dum. Every word has one particular thing you're supposed to use, and it's just freaking annoying and stupid and confusing and archaic, and someone needs to fix that. And thus endeth the rant on European languages. That was totally on topic. I think this is an incredibly difficult puzzle where you have to put a torch on a wall and it gives you more shit. Oh, that is not shit. That is glorious bounty, yeah. Alright. Let me explain how armor works. This is all the stuff I found until now is not actually armor, it's just clothes. But this thing is armor. And how it works is, yeah, it says right there, evasion -10 without the heavy armor thing. You can wear the armor and you get the protection without, look, like armors. You get light armor and heavy armor. You can wear any armor you like and you'll get the protection, but if you don't have the proper skill for it, you'll get a massive evasion penalty. And in the case of Double Pounder, I think it's worth it because the whole point of Double Pounder is he doesn't bother moving out the way. He just stands there and takes your fucking bullets like a man. And then he'll just smack you in the face and be like, "Oh, you think you can kill me with bullets? So take your fucking bullets." But, oh, freaking... I literally jumped a little bit when I saw that snail. Damn snails making me jump. I'm sick of these motherfucking snails in this Monday to Friday dungeon. Seriously, it's so hard to find a... I'm running out of French jokes. Oh yes, jokes, jokes. That was a good continuation, because I made a joke about the snails being like French food, and then I started going on a random rant about French being a weird and annoying language. Apologies to any French people out there. Trust me, I'm sure there's at least one Frenchman watching this who's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Is he French or German? He's some French German hybrid. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. But whatever. You can have that. There's some Frenchman sitting there going, "Oui, oui, our language it is muy, muy awful." What am I talking about? How many like ethnic stereotypes and potentially racist things can I fit into one impression? Let's see. He's like the Jar Jar of Legend of Grimrock I've just created. I don't know. Speaking of racism, didn't I earlier say that all lizard men look the same to me? Well done, well done. Uh, I'm always suspicious when I walk in a big open room. It's because big open rooms tend to be where they're like, oh, have 5 guys come out and kill you. And the fact there's 2 buttons always, yes, there's gonna be. Sometimes, you know, you'll be in a room trying to fight some dudes. Oh, a button. Yay! I'm just finding all the secrets today. Oh, these are arrows. Rogues. You can either be a throwing guy or a missile weapon guy. And if you find a bow or a crossbow, you can use arrows and bolts, and it's all lovely. But what was I talking about? I'm so freaking terrible at remembering what the hell I'm talking about. I think I'll get to level 3 and call it a day. If I'm still alive, I have to say, the fact that I'm still alive on the hardest setting is quite remarkable. Oh, what can I dump? Have a torch. I'm so terrible in Grimrock. I collect all the torches, and I'm like, I might need them later. It's like when I played Mercenaries, I almost never used the incredibly helpful airstrikes because I was terrified of wasting money. I'd be like, oh, I know I could just use an airstrike. What is this now? So, whoa, okay, my rant about Mercenaries has been interrupted by the arrival of a freaking bat creature. Oh, wow. Look, when he attacks, he kind of lunges forward into the space you're at. That's a slightly different attack right there. It's, you know, the enemies, some of these enemies are so memorable and memorably annoying as well, you know. It's like, oh, it's the frickin' bat guy who jumps on your face and makes your skin fall off in fright. Makes your skin fall off in fright. That'd be impressive. That was a room full of mushrooms. There's some funny looking mushrooms. Snails. Have I been calling them mushrooms this entire video and not noticed? No weapons allowed inside. Well, I wonder how I'm supposed to get in here. Can I just put a weapon I'm not even using? I can put a weapon I'm not even using there, and it's like, yeah, that's good enough. Oh, I don't know the difference, because I'm an idiot. I could move out of the way, but I'm trying to make him stand there and take damage. Fire! Oh yeah, be very careful with magic. If you cast a spell while you're up against a wall, you can just end up setting fire to yourself, which is quite amusing. There isn't quite as much mischief. You can come up with some pretty crazy tactics, not to the extent of, like, you know, not to the same amazing, ludicrously entertaining extent as Deus Ex. But I don't think anything lets you come up with as many insane tactics as Deus Ex. One of my personal favourites in Deus Ex is putting a mine next to the alarm button and then deliberately getting someone to see you so they run into the mine and blow up. It's beautiful. And even better than that is like, okay, shooting a guy near the alarm button so that everyone runs over there. Protection and dexterity. Ooh. I think I'll give that to you, and you can have those, yes. Did I already press this? Yes. My torch is running out. Quick. No, that's not a torch. That's a torch. Kill a guy near the alarm button so that everyone runs over there, and then put a mine before they get there, and they all blow up, and it's glorious. I want to run into another Centurion, so double pounder can have a shield as well as Trevor here. Yes, when I get in here, this is where level 3 begins. I think I'm pretty sure. Even if it isn't, I'll get in there and then I'll say it's the end. I think that'll be a good place to stop. Did I pick up my dagger? No, I didn't. I'm gonna go pick up my dagger, even though I will never ever use it. Well, I say that, but it came in useful here. See? See, they open the gate there. It's good. Never underestimate the power of a completely useless item. This is the sort of thing in Mercenaries. I'm like, I know I have $5 billion million, but what if I need the $50,000 required to use an airstrike? And what if I need that later? Now this room is getting all sorts of alarm bells going in my head. Oh, there's a message here. I wonder what optimistic message it is. Oh. I like how I just casually la-da-da-da-da strolled into this room, and it's like, welcome to your doom, X-Men, welcome to die. Fantastic, it's the welcome to die room. Well, I'll probably regret this. It's been a fun video, shame it had to end so soon. Hello? Okay. Oh, it's one of you, I can steal your shield, wonderful, fantastic. Is that it? Is it just one dude? It's like, oh, now you're gonna die. Ha 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 ha. That's not remotely frightening, you silly pussy game. Oh, okay, there may be two of them. Oh, there's one of them. Look how badass I am. Oh. Okay, I'm beginning to see why this room could be dangerous if you weren't prepared. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Look. Getting cornered is the single worst thing you can do. I completely missed that rock, didn't I? You can take it, double pounder, take it like a man. Oh, the worst moment I ran out of juice for my weapons. I like how I needed one shield, and now I have 5. It's like, oh, take all the shields. You don't need them. You do kind of end up, if you get a couple of these guys in one room, you just end up with 5 piles of shields and spears. It's a bit unreasonable. Yes, no one else can actually have a shield. You don't deserve shields. Oh no, don't put a rock on the thing. Where's the... Oh, no, we don't need the button. The entire point of the button was there was to get us trapped in here. It was like, oh no, how do I get out? What's the game where you can run into a wall and knock yourself out and die? What is that? Oh, it's an Ultima game, isn't it? I've totally forgotten. Yeah. That's quite amusing. You gotta love a game where you can just run into the wall and die. Fantastic. Sense of humour. Oh, what is this? Scroll of Ice Shards. Ooh, Ice Magic 3. Well, now I need to... in the unlikely event that I level up again before I die, I'll have to get Ice Magic. Why was I looking left and right when there's a massive lever right in front of me? Yes. Oh, another tattered cloak. I will give it to you. I said you. Oh, I didn't explain. Oh, I've got a useless bone amulet, which is useless. And without use. And pointless. And useless. And has no purpose. That's what the bone amulet is. Highly sought after item. Oh, god damn it, I just remembered. There's a freaking bit at like level 5 or something. You go 10 hours into the game. And then you suddenly get to this one puzzle and it's like, use these 4 random items you may have never suspected you'd need in order to pass. And like, one of them's a rock, one of them's a sword or something. But then the other 2 are some fairly specific items that you may not have bothered to bring with you. So if you get to that point in the game and you've somehow managed to lose those items, you might have to go all the way back and find them. And I'm like, that's a dickish puzzle game. Never do that again. Yes, people who made Legend of Grimrock, if you're watching this, that puzzle was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. I'm not sure what this button does. Oh, the button unleashes a horrible demon to kill me. That's what the button does. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Oh, I remember this. There's this hidden sneaky tactic here. You can, what you do is you go through the portal, wait a few minutes, play with the door if you're bored. Yeah, again, this is a much better thing for crushing the Rancor with, yes. And once you're suitably prepared, you can run through, come up behind him and smack him. He didn't actually turn around like he was supposed to. You're not playing by the rules of engagement, sir. Oh, cripes. And back we go. There we go, he's turned around now, so you can just smack him in the back while he's confused. And he's so thick he will never figure out your ingenious plan until he's dead. I'm not really sure what the point of this room is, apart from that guy. Oh, right. I see. You press the buttons, and this thing gets teleported around, and I've never worked out by what logic it teleports around, but eventually, if you're lucky, it will just appear at the end. Like this. There we go. I also like how every time I push that button, my frame rate just halved because of all the particle effects. If you heard a clicking sound, that was me stretching my arm. Yes, you can hear all the arthritis. Oh, isn't that thing from? Isn't that the stuff from? What do you call it? Lord, I couldn't think of what Lord of the Rings was called for a second there. Okay. Oh, a slightly less crap hat for what's his face? Oh, it's light armor though. So oh, it's a tough one. Oh, what is this? No, you have the leather cap. You have the hat. It really is worth getting armor training for your fighters, because otherwise they're going to have -10 evasion forever. And if you give guys heavy armor and they're trained in it, they become pretty freaking tough. So, yes, it's all good. So, have I got the key I need to get through here now? Yes, I think I do. I think I do. Well, it's been fun, but I believe this would be a logical place to have a rest. Speaking of resting, I forgot to explain how... What is that? What is that? What? I think that's just a centurion walking around, but it sounded really unsettling. It was like, you know, it sounded like the ghost of Christmas future come to take me away. Speaking of Christmas, it's Christmas! Not literally Christmas on the day Christmas, but like 3 days away from Christmas. Consider this a Christmas special. It's very Christmassy. Look at how Christmassy this dungeon filled with monsters is. I don't think mushrooms. Are mushrooms Christmas related? They might be in certain cultures. Okay. I just quickly wanted to explain. I totally forgot to explain how sleeping works. You go to sleep. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I forgot about the freaking earthquakes. Okay, you know what I was saying about Grimrock being... I love how I keep getting distracted, but you know what I was saying about Grimrock being really scary occasionally? Well, not really scary, but, you know, creepy and unsettling and occasionally makes you jump. Well, that was one such moment. I was wandering along the dungeon, minding my own business, and then suddenly the freaking world started to fall apart around me, and I may have panicked and screamed like a little girl. But I've never worked out by what logic that just sometimes happens. Because, like, right here, I was just wandering around the same room and suddenly the entire earth shook and fell open and spilled its contents everywhere. I don't know if someone's taken a feather duster and, like, been tickling Atlas under his armpits or something. That was a weird thing to mention. Okay. I think this has been enough rambling now. I just quickly want to explain how the freaking sleeping works. You go to sleep, and you get your health back, but it uses up a lot of food, so it's a strategic decision. I meant to explain that 20 minutes ago, and now I have, so never mind about that. Okay, this has been Legend of Grimrock. I really love Legend of Grimrock, despite some kind of stupider aspects. I don't have as many overt problems with it as, like... Oh, the crystal. Crystals come back. I think FTL has more problems just because it's so random and it seems really cheap sometimes. You'll just appear and then a ship will murder you with no hope of survival. Grimrock, I feel... My biggest problem with Grimrock is I feel it could have been more adventurous. You know, I feel this is a very by-the-numbers sort of dungeon crawler from what I understand of the genre. I think they could have done more exciting, out there things. And again, I haven't actually finished the game yet, but I am on like level 8 or something, and it's yet to go totally crazy. But at the same time, I don't want to undersell this game because what it does exceptionally well with only a few minor gripes. I'm going to continue this video at a later date, but if you like what you've seen so far, I highly encourage you to investigate Legend of Grimrock. I don't think there's a demo, sadly, but it's on GOG.com, that's goodoldgames.com, which I'm always recommending to people because it's awesome. If you get it on GOG, I think you get the soundtrack or some crap. Not that there is much music, but just get it on GOG. It's my favorite place to get games. But it's also on Steam if you're like that. And there you go. I think that's enough. So perhaps as a goodbye, we will have a little snooze. Little snooze. No, no more snoozing. I'm gonna save the game. Let's play. There we go. Yes. Fare thee well, true believers. And I hope to see you when we delve deeper into Grimrock, the amazing music. Let the amazing music wash over you. This is one of my favorite freaking soundtracks to a game in years. Goodbye, Dungeon Delvers.